Yeah. I'm gonna bone it out. So every once in a while you've got to decide what to do with stuff. And you're not 100% sure what to do. And you look at this lamb and you wonder how to cook it. Or how to prepare it. So what I wonder is, do you want to see me bone it out? That's the question. When I was a kid, my dad hated lamb. My grandfather owned a small farm in Stevensville, on Quebec, and lamb was really cheap in the market and really easy to raise. And my grandfather had 20 acres, and he raised cattle, and the cattle were sent to market. That's how they made their livings. And they had a small slaughterhouse, which was basically, well, we're talking back in the my grandfather passed away in 73, so it was extremely old. I don't think my grandfather built it. I think he bought it. So I wouldn't be a bit surprised if there were dirt floors under the very flimsy concrete. I was 3 when he passed away. So the trick here is to bone out a lamb shoulder, and in pork this would be called a New York. There would be skin on some of it. There was no skin on this, as you can see. But a New York doesn't have the rib cage or the neck bones on it. So I guess we'll start with taking that off. Always use protection, whether you're cutting meat or preventing babies. The first job you're going to do, that's a nice profile. This is a nice looking piece of lamb. So there are bones here. So we're going to cut along here, and we're just going to follow it. We're going to keep our knife tight to the bones. The bones will come off. So now what you have is some bones, which will be great for trussing your, putting under your roast. And what in pork would be a New York shoulder, because, well, I don't quite know its nationality, but let's assume it's from New York. It's from New Zealand. It's a New Zealand shoulder. You could be done, throw a couple strings on this, season it up, cook it from this side, 500 degrees for 15 minutes, 350 for about an hour and a half. You'll have a nice dinner, but there will still be a bone in here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run my knife along here. There's 2 bones here, and I'm going to open up like a book. The book of the day is 1984 by George Orwell. I'm listening to it right now. It's a pretty messed up world. I've listened to Brave New World, and that's pretty messed up too. My next book is going to be something from Dr. Seuss, just to bring some balance back into my life. Okay, so what you can see is there's a shank bone. Can you see it? There's the shank bone, and this is the blade bone. So now we're going to do some fancy schmancy work. Go around. And again, we're going to keep our knife tight to the bone. If this was a beef blade roast and you were selling a chuck roast, you would cut this and it would be called a 7-bone roast. If you can find a bone and blade these days. One other thing. So this is boneless now. You can cook it like this again. It'll be very nice. I hear jazzy music. Alex, get out of the bathroom. A little bit of fat here. I want to take it out. And what you can do is you can roll it up like this. Okay? Tie it a few times. It'll be a nice roast. Actually, that looks really good. That does look really good. Maybe that's what we're going to do. Long end of the string towards your thumb, short end towards your fingertips. Twist the short end under, bring it through. Voila. I'm Larry the Butcher. Don't forget to like this episode, comment down below. Did you like what I did? Share this video on your favorite share this video on all your favorite social media. Track me down on social media, and please, this old Tony, I hope you approve of what I did.